Good evening, all you lovely people, friends, family, strangers, subscribers. As always, thank you very much. I don't know if you'll find anything useful in this video, but if you like the content, please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and maybe share it. It's not about money, it's about generating more views, which gets these videos out there and seen. This is a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta, and I hope that there's a German engineer watching this. You guys suck. Flat out suck. You should work on your own frickin' product before you're allowed to put it on the market. Most people on here that I know are going to know what a tensioner is. And for those of you that don't, you see the newer looking pulley down there? See if we can zoom in. That's a puller and a tensioner. A pulley and a tensioner, pardon me. That pulls the slack out of your belt and keeps it tight. You move that to take your belts off, to change anything, or even replace your belt. On 99.9% of vehicles, especially American-made vehicles, it's a simple bolt and change. Maybe 15 to a 30-minute job. But wait, here comes Volkswagen and stupid, idiotic German engineering. I mean, you can already tell it's tight. To get to that booger, it's a single bolt. I had to remove this headlight, the fender well, the plastic coating on the bottom. Naturally, you remove your cover, but the intake hose, air intake breather. I also had to remove the front panel, and I had to take loose the alternator just to get to a bolt that's buried down deep inside there. And even once you get to that bolt, it's still a hole that's 5.5 inches deep with no space to get in there with a ratchet. Not to mention the fact that if you ever work on a Volkswagen, everything's Torx or 0.5 millimeter. So, in other words, they suck. But then these alternators on these things, they have these little bushings on the backside where the bolts go. You have to be able to move them backwards to get it back in. It's not going in any other way. So I'm like, okay, well, I've got it loose. I'm gonna go and pull it out, knock them bushings backwards. Even with this headlight out, this out, this out, this, oh, I forgot to mention the fact you gotta take the fan out too. But you still can't get that alternator out. So I got to reading up on it. You have to pull the entire throttle assembly. Disconnect the old dipstick just to get the alternator out. And if you own a Volkswagen and you've griped and complained about the cost at the shop, there's your reason. To change that tensioner pulley, it called for almost 6 hours. To change a tensioner, I mean, you don't even know what it costs for on the alternator. I guarantee you. My goal is to never touch a German product again. But if another one comes in the shop, I'm charging triple just for bringing it to the shop. These things are a pain in the butt. It's ridiculous. And this goes for engineering across all spectrums. I've worked in industrial, I&E, electrical, mechanical. Every headache you run into working on something or building something is 9 times out of 10 the direct result of engineering. I mean, you guys come out of college, I guess, and got your fancy paperwork and degree and think you can just do what you want. I think it ought to be required at least 5 years in the field, 5 years in a shop, 5 years working on things before you can become an engineer. But hey, that's just my opinion. On to more joyful news though. God's good. He loves you. Prayers to everybody. God bless you. Have a good day.